All right, Stereo Azimuth here, and today I'm going to be talking about capacitors and changing capacitors and what not to do. Now, there's already a great video on changing out capacitors that I'm going to recommend, and I'll put it here. It's not my video. I'm not promoting another video. I'm trying to help you guys out. I'm trying to help people out with their equipment. That's how much I care. I mean, I don't make any money off this channel, at least not yet. And even if I did, I probably wouldn't make that much. But anyway, the point is, somebody sent me something, and I was just like, I've got to make an example of this, of what not to do, because this is one of the things that's not covered in that video. And we're going to switch here. I have a... I have this. I have like a this is the case for it, but I have a Gilmore Light MK2. I've got the circuit board right here. Let me switch to my camera. And if you see here, here's the caps that they put in, and they put the Similac Slim Mic. I don't know how to pronounce it. Slim Mic 2s. Elna caps, the Elna Slim Mic 2s. But you see here, look at the value that I want you to look at, and I'll use this pointer, is that 16 volts. Okay, 470 microfarad at 16 volts. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the power supply for the Gilmore Light MK2 is a bipolar power supply, which means it has a positive rail, it has a negative rail, and then it has like a ground or like a neutral. It's DC power. So what you wind up with is it's actually 16 volts. And if you look at everything else, it's positive 16 volts, negative 16 volts, and then you have a ground. When you upgrade capacitors, the voltage rating isn't the voltage rating that is what you need, okay? That is the voltage rating of how much DC voltage that it can actually handle. So, which means if it goes over like 16 volts, like close to 16 volts or over, then the cap is going to fail, which is why you typically see voltage rated higher, and usually, typically, they're close to double the amount of what the actual like DC that you have on the input. So what is actually in the Gilmore Light MK2 as stock capacitors, I think it's a lower UF, or it might even be 470 UF 25 volt capacitors. Okay, they're not Elnas, they're like Panasonic caps, but 25 volts. So that's why I have this board. Somebody sent it to me for repair, and then I also have these right here. I have these are what I'm going to put in it. I have 25 volt 470 Slim Mic caps. So this is what I'm gonna put in it, and I have 4 of them ready to go, so I can fix it up for them and get it back. I'm just surprised that this board it's much been used and there hasn't been more bulging of the caps. The only thing that I think is the stock power supply, I think, is like 15.7 volts or something like that. I'd have to get it out and look, but it's just under 16. But I know that the upgraded power supply that they sell is like 16 volts, or just over 16 volts. And the DIY Gilmore that I have, also I have a DIY, like I have a linear power supply for it. That's not the stock one. It's all DIY stuff, but it also is like 16.5 or 16.8 volts. So yeah, I would never put a 16 volt cap where you need something that's like double. You need, like 30 or 25. 25 should be fine. That's probably like at the limit. So yeah, so there you go. That's what the thing is. Get the value that you need, because the capacitance value is the value of the capacitance. The voltage rating that you see is the amount of which it will fail. Just remember that. Know that when you're shopping for capacitors and looking for upgrades. If you are unsure, then get the same exact value than what is in the stock before upgrading. But always keep the voltage the same, unless you're changing the voltage of the power supply. But normally you would want to increase, either change them out for different higher quality ones, maybe higher capacitance, but your voltage, never lower the voltage. That's bad. Anyway, I'm gonna fix this up, and then I'll pause the video and I'll show you when I get it all done. All right, I am done putting in the capacitors, so we'll switch and show you. So there's the board now with the 4 Slim Mic 2s. You can see they barely fit. They're right up against the adjustment things here, and the spacing wasn't at all as far as the lead spacing or the size. But I know it's going to fit the case, because that's also an important thing, because it's almost as tall as the RCA jacks here, so it should fit in the case fine. I'm not gonna have any worries there. But yeah, that was crazy. These 16 volt ones, I know they're smaller and they look like they would fit better, but yeah, get the right value caps, guys. Now I'm gonna put it all together. So here is the finished product. So put it all together. It did fit in the case. I did use some hot glue for the capacitors, just on the bottom, just a little bit, to kind of keep them stable, because they were sitting off the board just a little bit. So I wanted to secure them. So little my hot glue gun here, which I'm still trying to figure out how to use in the best way. But also, the other thing too that I was going to say is the power supply is only 15 volts. I mean, it really is 15, very regulated switch mode power supply. So 16 is getting close to there. You still have tolerances within the cap itself, but still you're fluctuating. A lot of these caps sometimes are 10%, 20% of whatever their tolerances are. So yeah, you're plugging this in. I was never safe plugging this in when it came in with the stock power supply. I wasn't going to do it because I was not going to risk blowing up one of those caps. But now I'm safe to do so. So it is all fixed up. So hopefully this can go on for a lot longer now, and it's got some upgraded caps. So hopefully the owner of this is going to be very happy from where he got it from, whoever put in some odd upgrades that it should have never been there in the first place. So he got it like that. So he didn't do it. My friend who sent me this. So anyway, hopefully everything will work out. So if you have any questions, please hit me up in the comments, and I will answer them. And if you got any other ideas for some other episodes that I could do, please let me know. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys later.